Hey guys, some Gamer Dude here. So today we're going to look at the blue spoilers. This half of the set I'm more interested in the other half because Loki doesn't do much for me, especially considering it looks like Cheshire Cat for some apparent reason. But I will say, Arthur's made me really appreciate the art they're going for in this cluster. It's really, really pretty. It looks like more painted and less anime and more Western looking art. It looks more like what you'd think the natural evolution of Magic the Gathering across a more high concept fantasy, I guess, would look like. It looks really, really good. It actually really makes me want to use this card because the art on it just looks so nice. And it looks so weathered, and it looks actually painted instead of CG like a lot of Magic's art looks. I just really appreciate it. And let's look at Arthur's effects. He's a machine. Divinity 10, so Norm. Energized Norm. Judgment 3, that really depends on the rest of his effects, but we'll go. And I will say straight up now, Machina's old cards are going to get so much better with the new cards. They're going to make a massive dent into Wanderer, provided they're really good themselves. Because Machina's old deck was not bad, but in stuff like Wanderer, it could use a shot in the arm. And I love the art thinking of Machine's art. It is amazing. I really can't say it enough. It's the right amount of machine detailed drawing, painting, and edginess. It reminds me of the very first Final Fantasy's art. Really love it. And I like how they've done the layers on the image so the image isn't covered by the text box and ruined, but you can still read the name. I really like how they've layered the name on top of the picture, which is on top of the text box, but it's also behind the stat box. And his effect is he has flying for some reason. Well, he does have wings, so well there'll be more thruster things, I guess. Anyway, when he enters, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 2 machine resonators among them, and remove them from the game. The maths are pretty good on that, I'll say. 5 cards of 40 to search is a pretty decent amount. And then you put +1/+1 counters equal to the amount of combined total cost of the cards removed this way on this card. So if you remove a 6 and a 3, you get a 9/8. Well, actually, a 9/17. No, 9/16, sorry. No, 9/17. 9/17. I can't do maths today, I'm tired. Just did a lot of washing before I did this video. Well, I've still got time. 9/17 flying Arthur right at their face. That's actually pretty good. But in Wanderer, this has the potential to be 20/28 with the Machina card from Alice 4, which had 10 cost, and that's kind of impressive. If only it had, well, I don't think you can give it swiftness anymore because Leviathan's gone, but it's still not bad. And it's going to be beefy enough. He's going to be a big boy, so he can't be smacked around very easily. But effects will still touch him, and that's a shame. Donut Drone. Donuts. Blue 2/2, and his effect is banish this card for 4 +1/+1 counters on target machine resonator. Play this only during your turn. Well, chances are you're not going to block or attack with it, and it's just going to be removed from game for 1, put +4 counters on something. If you desperately need machines on if you desperately need machines on the board, I should say, he's got his uses. It's a 1-cost machine, but it gets better from there. Gawain, the Swift Knight, that's pretty cool art too. I really like this painted looking art. This one's not so bad, but it's a very abstract design. It's like a weird flying saucer. This is more a knight. That actually reminds me of Transformers The Last Knight. Not a good movie. I like a lot of the designs from it, and I like Mark Wahlberg. And it's not the worst movie. That'd be Revenge of the Fallen, but it's not a good movie. And it's an 8/8 for 3 machine. This card gains swiftness as long as there is a +1/+1 counter on it. If we get anything, oh, the horsey looks great. Wish out he is. That's the only thing that's really missing. I saw a police horse the other night. But If it had ears, it would look so much better. I like the glowing red eyes on both of them. But, yeah, if this can get swiftness as it comes in, it looks a lot better. Otherwise, you just want to plop this down earlier, turn 1 or turn 2, provided it doesn't die. And then you got a 12-12 swiftness guy. But that's all you really got, is just swiftness. Mechanical Bishop, 2 for 6. 6. Enter target machine resonate against at the end of the turn, recover this card until the end of the turn. That's okay, it's not great. It's not amazing, but it's something. I don't really know how to feel about it. It's just kind of there. It really depends on what else they get. And I guess if you got these big beaters you want to swing in and then defend yourself with, something. Mechanical Soldier, your vanilla 1-1. Sorry, 4-4 for 1. It's nice art. Percival, which is a woman apparently, was Percival. Oh no, I forgot they have 2 sets of gendered knights, which is strange, but whatever. Percival, the Shining Knight. At 4 cost for a 10-10, that seems rather costly, but quick cast, you may return another machine resonator you control to its owner's hand. If you do, target resonator returns it to its owner's hand. Now, it's mostly useful for reusing enter abilities. It's going to really depend on if there's a lot of enter abilities on machines you want. But otherwise, it seems just like a weaker version of the Were-Rabbit that had on enter bounce something. But it is quick cast. I don't think that card I'm thinking of was quick cast. So it makes it at least better than that. And it's nice art. I wish you could see her eyes. Looks weird without a single eyes, but she's got this weird whip thing. And let's go to the rest. Ardenite, the nitrogen blade. Sorry, Arendite. It's nice art as well. For 1, it's quick cast, chance. Cancel target automatic ability of Resonator. If this card was awakened, so 4. 2 and 2 blue, which is, yeah, cancel it and kill it. Yeah, it's worth it, I guess. I reckon it kills worth about 2. So cancel a specific thing and kill it together. Yeah, I think that's alright. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Depending on the deck, you might just want to cancel it. But it's alright. Scrap Penbill, which is our first Divinity card for blue. At blue and 2, Divinity 3, Chant Rune. Pay 2 less if you play this card from your rune area, so it's only a blue. And as an additional cost to play this card, remove X machines in your graveyard from the game. Look at the top X cards of your deck. Put a machine with a total cost of X or less among them on your field. Put the rest of them on your deck at any order. That's a nice +1. Oh, Divinity 3 for a +1 is probably about right. And it, for 1, and you have to dump a lot of machine resonators out of the game to get something decent, I guess. It's alright. The King's Castle in the Sky, Sky Round, a blue and a 1. Machines you control gain +1/+1. Whenever a machine resonator enters the field under your control, ding 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 Gawain. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Gawain, my man, you just got a lot better. You just became a 3-cost 9/9, sorry, 10/10 with swiftness. Is this worth your cost of deck space and your 2-drop that early? Maybe, maybe not, but it at least helps the deck, and it feels a lot more involved in the deck than, say, the Angel one or the Fire one we've seen before. This is actually playing into the deck's theme, so it's a good card. I think the deck will probably want this card. And machines you control, so it affects Arthur there. I couldn't say Alfred. Thinking of bloody Vanguard. And the Magic Stone of Dramaturgy. Can't we pick names that are easier to pronounce? Blue, and for a tapper, put a +1/+1 counter on a target machine that was put into the field this turn. So in other words, it takes the space of that the Sky Round and makes your Resonator cost 1 more if you really need a counter on it. It's not bad. It's good to have. Probably pull you through in a pinch if you really need it, and you really don't want to run Skyround for whatever reason. I like it. I like what I've seen of blue so far. This is probably the deck that interests me the most. Then the Angels, and uh, not Fire. Definitely not Fire that we have. Anyway, this has been some Gamer Dude, and I'll see you guys next video.